Welcome to my first video of 2026. Feels kind of strange saying that. So this is my studio, and as you can see, it's a big space, and it's a very cold space. All right, so my plan for this year is to kind of do this place up a bit better, get a bit of heat in here. I've bought this heater. Let me show you, which is a Trotec. It's a Trotec IDE 20. This is an indirect heater. So essentially what that means, I have to put a flute pipe from this section and has to run all the way up, and I'm gonna put it out this window. I'll probably put a bit of timber. So I'm waiting for that flute pipe to arrive. It's coming from a company in Ballybuffet called Tool Force. So I've ordered two of those, two 1 meter lengths and a 90-degree elbow. Can't get a 45 for some reason anywhere. I've tried everywhere, can't get it. So once that arrives, we're going to do that. I dismantled a table I had here. I made it out of these calyx units. I had two of them. So it's one, that's number two here, and basically I had them lying flat side by side or back to back, and I had plywood on top, and I had that as a rolling table, but it was taking up an awful lot of space in the studio. And yeah, so first job I've done actually today was dismantle that table. That was one. But the second one I did was I removed this, like I had like a bench with a worktop on it, and it just took, as I said, took up a lot of space. I ended up just resting stuff on it. So I dismantled it. Here is the frame. I'm gonna clean that up, and I'm gonna put the other calyx unit over here beside where this one was. And yeah, that'll be it for today. And then, yeah, so let's get that done first. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention is that this is actually my second ever YouTube video. My first one, I put it up, thought it was absolutely terrible, so I took it down again. So I'm starting fresh. The date is the 5th of January 2026. Keep looking at this screen. The date is the 5th of January 2026. And I am in Dublin, Ireland. Welcome to my channel. I hope this is the start of many videos. Yeah, and we're just looking at, I'm like, oh, a little bit about me. What do I do? Well, I'm a photographer. I transitioned from being an electrician and working in construction and engineering a good few years ago. And I became a photographer, and I slowly built my skills. I moved into this studio last year, and slowly but surely kind of did it up, still doing it up. Has business been good lately? It's been strange. I have made money, but I've had a lot of expenses, and I don't know why. I don't know where they've come from. Revenue, big bill with revenue, big bills with this, few bits and bobs. So I'm looking to diversify a little bit, add to my income streams. I'm thinking about going back to work as an electrician and keep this as a side thing. I don't know. It's January, the mood is low, money's low, the hopes are high, and it's just got to push through the initial the initial lull of this, the beginning of January. Yes, I think it starts off. It was a similar thing for me last year. Yeah. January came around, and I found myself thinking to myself, what am I going to do for the year? How will I make enough money? And I did. I got through it. I survived. But I don't want to just survive. I want to be profitable. I want to start enjoying my life and not constantly chasing my tail. It's tough being a creative person. You know, if I don't have a creative outlet, it affects me massively. So, yeah. So what do I do in the studio mainly? I do headshots mainly, portraits. I've been working a lot with continuous lighting, and I'll show you that in another video. Before I do a headshot session, maybe I'll show you how I get into it. But firstly, let's get this place cleaned up. Wow. You see that? Ah. You can see my breath here. I have a little, what should I say? I do have a little heater here. And do we see that? Base and good.
Seems like it time. Oh.
The red, infrared heater. I mean, it doesn't do much in a cold space like this. This is 1,000 square foot. So, quite big, quite high ceilings. Not insulated. There's a few leaks. But for the price, it's good for what I want to do. Good. If I can just get that heater and I'm working tomorrow, or when the pipes arrive, we'll be laughing. So these are cool little clip things that I had. This seems like basically you can just put a pole or a light stand in it and just grips it. But I'm gonna be putting this calyx unit right behind it, so it's kind of in the way at the minute. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take them off and I'll put the calyx unit in front of these, one foot in the next bottom. Perfect. It's all going pear-shaped. Yeah. Done. Okay, so one thing that we did last year was this. Built this wall. Now you might not be able to see it well because it's just red and white, but if you look here, you can kind of see that I stood framed it and I drywalled it, taped and jointed it, and then painted it white because what was there was just this kind of, and you can see this, but it was like this plywood that was just patched off in sheets, and you could see the joints look terrible, and I wanted to shoot against it because it wasn't having, so it gives me nice clean walls at 45 degree. You can kind of see one going down that way and one coming back this way. Quite bounce a lot of light in order to, when I'm taking photographs, so I use a lot of bounce light to create, large light sources, so it helps to have them pure white. But what I'm thinking of doing, this is a small little wall, and you can see this here, right? Thinking about extending it upwards and bringing it out a bit more this way, and painting that and have it just a really nice backdrop, and have this as another shooting area because it gets really nice light sometimes through here, and it's kind of a dead space because most of the work I do is in this section, but if I can also get something going down here, have a more inviting space, it would be fantastic. But that will probably be in April, kind of when spring hits on. So I think the initial plan right now, just for January, is just heat and sort out just the mess and the space. So what I'd like to do is use a little section down this side of the studio, down behind this wall, and it's just a kind of a bit of a graveyard for bits and bobs. You know, we've got some chairs, timber, plywood, some insulation, tools, etc. So yeah, between the jigs and the reels. Anyway, also this is all the stuff I took out of that Calyx unit. This is an old gramophone cone. If anyone wants to put that up for sale, actually, if anyone wants to buy it. But yeah, also a lot of stuff I got here, all these chairs, I got all these free from people just giving them away. So yeah, there's probably not a lot of sense to this video. I'm probably just rambling, but this is my first video, so I don't really care. I'm just recording, I'm gonna put it up, and then I'll do another one, and then I'll do another one. I'm gonna think too much about it. I'm just gonna get it done. I'm just gonna get it done, because I feel like this is a great way just to blurt out everything what goes on in my head. So much going on in my head all the time that I just be in a monologue. So I decided that if I wanted to figure a way to organise it's probably best to talk to something. Yeah, not a therapist. that costs a lot. That costs. But here, if I speak aloud, I can solve a lot of my own problems. So that's the thinking behind all this. Yeah, I am a bit mad. Anyway, mad is good. Mad is good. Okay, I think I'll leave it at that for today. Thanks. And I'll make another video soon, I promise. In the next day or two when these arrive, actually, we'll set it up and we'll get a bit of video and we'll get this going out the window. And you can follow along with that. Yeah, okay. Happy New Year, everyone. If you like this, you know the usual. Hit like, give me a subscribe, and if you want, leave me a comment. Anything. Let's talk about anything. Photography, studio spaces, DIY, whatever it may be. Leave me a comment and I'll get chatting to you, and we'll grow together. 2026, baby.